Good morning. Let's have a look at yesterday. Dominated by the Irish. First thing to note for me, and looked like a good both teams to score bias and an over 2.5 goal bias. When we head to leagues like the Irish leagues, Norway, Tippeligaen, Swedish Allsvenskan, Superettan, not Allsvenskan, less reliable sides, you might want to think of neutral plays. When you're thinking of neutral plays, you've got the first half markets, second half markets. Goals predominantly as well when you're dealing neutrally. That's why this scoreline looks very interesting, doesn't it, from an overs perspective and goals before half-time perspective. Any real shocks? Well, St. Pat's were leading 2-1 at half-time, got done by a late equaliser. Wouldn't have been a trade. I wouldn't have taken on a 1.44 favourite. Cobh Ramblers looked like they had a bit of a humdinger at 1.45 favourite. So any time that Athlone were leading comprehensively, could we have taken them on 2-0 up? Let's have a look. Nope. Cobh Ramblers 2-0, and you would have implied or inferred from that early 2-0 lead that it was game over, but not quite, ending 3-2. Well, Como couldn't continue their excellent recent bit of form. Red cards always change games, or do they? Was it 0-0 at the red card, or did Inter Milan already score? Well, there's your answer. 1-0 lead prior to the red, so no trading angle again. Red cards are an excellent trading angle, not in every single match, mind you. There are some matches where the red carded side is still, with 10, by far the better side. You can have teams like Arsenal against certain opponents, drilled to play 10. Important win for Napoli as well. Telstar and Den Bosch was a draw. It's more exciting today, that's for sure, I would say. Let's have a look. German Bundesliga, take your cue from the market. Red Bull Salzburg have been okay. They went through one of those Man City slumps because of the new formed Champions League, but they tend to have some fight in them. So a couple of odds on favourites at 4 o'clock. That should be within the remit of the live stream. Lokomotiv Zagreb, 2.45 the favourite. Give that one a miss. The Czech one leg pulls and odds on at home. Well, 3 out of 3 odds ons at home there. Again, that will fit in with the live stream at 3 o'clock. Slavia Prague, Sparta Prague. We have to check the standings, of course, as well. In all of these leagues, make sure there's still motivation. You don't want to be playing or putting your money into a team who've got nothing to play for. Look at Liverpool. Look at Bayern Munich since they won the title. Vejle against Sondersky. This would be one I would be focusing on goals for this particular match. Vejle have been very good. Sheffield United against Sunderland. This is all down to whether Sean Bean, the Hollywood actor, will be coming on late for the Blades and scoring a late winner. Fascinating match. Blades and Black Cats, extremely difficult to unpack. Sheffield United's dominance, or their major strength, is their defence. So Sunderland are going to have to go at it to really get through. If Sunderland do score first, I would look to take them on via insurance, but I would reiterate, playing finals is extremely difficult. It's such a high, the prize is such a big prize, and wow, 2.4 the favourite makes it difficult. Backing 0-0 pre-match, you're always going to get a run for your money. Veikkausliiga today, HJK Helsinki are the standout against a Mariehamn who might be very competitive. Away from home, they struggle to score 2 goals. At home, they're scoring 2 goals for fun, even against the top 3. HJK are working their way up the table, been in wonderful goal-scoring form since a poor start to the season. 3+ goals for HJK in the locker if they need them. Ilves against Oulu. Ilves, new kid on the block as well. Watch out for them. They're doing rather well this season. Jarrow and Guniston, well, I'll leave that one to the judge, I think. But we've got some readable football teams. Ilves and Oulu. We check out the recent form. I think Ilves are going to be one of the title contenders. They've got goals in them. You can see their recent home matches. They scored 3 goals in each of the last 2. This is what I'm talking about. Mariehamn at home. Look at that 3-goal haul, beating Ilves So watch out for Mariehamn. Even if they're playing HJK Helsinki, they could still score 1 or 2 goals. Look at this goal scoring from Vejla, from Ilves at home. Again, if you're looking neutrally, you'll check the timings of those goals to see whether over 2.5 goals is a good angle for the first half goals market. I've been putting that into the research for you and look at the half-time markets. It'd be great one day if I could do a live stream which was just neutral. It would be a good exercise. Maybe today, who knows? Paris Saint-Germain against Reims, as obvious as the market suggests. Arminia Bielefeld against Stuttgart again. It's a DBF Pokal. It's got nothing to do with the Bundesliga. Bundesliga 2. Up to Stuttgart if they're up for the cup. Hapoel Beersheva are the standout trading side in Liga Ha'al. Maccabi Tel Aviv, very, very good defensively. So if any opponent scores first, they shouldn't be following up with a second. Bologna and Genoa, AC Milan and Monza. I think this is a squabble for Europe. No, I wouldn't be playing this. I think all of these matches are on Sunday. If I'm incorrect, then I will research in play. But surely the last match of the season, every team should be playing at the same time. Eliteserien, Bodo Glimt and Rosenborg. Watch out for new kids on the block. Rosenborg, very, very impressive this season. It's almost as if they've got a new manager in and he's worked exclusively on defence. Bodo Glimt have been a bit hit and miss, not what you'd expect of perennial champions. But Rosenborg are going to be a tough nut to crack. That 1.62 might look a little skinny, given Rosenborg's excellent defensive start to the season. Bryn and Fred, 2.5 the favourite. You've had ample illustration of that this week. Got to pay attention to the market. Obosligen, well, the standout for me would be Lillestrøm, of course. Highly likely to go straight back up to the Eliteserien and playing one of the donkeys in the Obosligen, Mjøndalen. Tend to be spanked, tend to score the first goal and not win. So there's plenty of scope there. All of the others, odds-on favourites at home, 3 of them. I wouldn't get too worked up about the Obosligen. Polish Ekstraklasa, is it the last day of the season? Because if it is, that opens up a possible trading angle for us, even if it's a league we don't necessarily look at that often. Do know some familiar names. Rakel have been in the title fight for quite a while. Legia Warsaw, very famous side. Jagiellonian, Białystok. So let's have a look. How many matches left this season? My Polish isn't very good. Which one is closed? There, I'll try that. What I'm looking at, I'm just trying to get a view of the last match of the season. So they're all, it is the last match of the season. So now we head off here. We look at the standings. Our focus today on these last matches of the season is on teams with need. All other dead rubbers, if you're going to trade dead rubbers, you've only got yourself to blame if you lose money. So it's a squabble for the title. Lech Poznan and Rakow. Rakow are safe in second. Lech Poznan are safe in the top 2. So that's immediately looking at Lech Poznan, Piasklevice, and Rakow. So we've already got 2 matches in Poland to shortlist at the moment. Anything else? Any motivating factors? Only 3 places at the top, so there's very little to interest. But Pogoń, with a win, have a greater goal difference than Jagiellonia. So Jagiellonia with a draw will see themselves clear of Pogoń. But Pogoń, if Jagiellonia lose, Pogoń have a chance at that Conference League qualifying spot. It's very sparse, isn't it, in the Ekstraklasa as far as what they're giving away at the end of the season. So Pogoń and Jagiellonia, this is your 3rd place clash. So you'd expect that draw to be vulnerable, wouldn't you? So we'll be heading to the relegation zone now because it looks all done and dusted at the top. Work our way down. Points mean prizes. So the key indicator is 4th bottom. They're on 36 and none of the others can catch. So it looks like the relegation side, it's only going to be a squabble against who's going to finish 3rd bottom, 2nd bottom, 1st bottom. But there is very little to interest these sides. You can see those bottom arrows already have done the work for you. So Poland, it looks busy, but it's not. Only 3 matches of importance. All of the rest are dead rubbers. And you've seen quite clearly with Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, when they win the title, they mentally switch off and then they start either losing or drawing or conceding heavily. So look out for that. Aberdeen and Celtic, Scottish Cup, is going to be your farmed by the boys as usual. It's all a bit of a yawn fest, isn't it? Scottish football. Spanish La Liga. Is it the last day of the season or the second to last day of the season? It will make a slight difference, but it is moving day if it's the second to last day of the season. Let's have a look. Some of these have already played 38, so let's have a look at the ones with 37. And I think this will be the last match, won't it? Indeed it is. So off we go. Just a quick look at the standings. It looks like business concluded at the top, but it's going to be European fight, I would suspect. Well, all of the top 6 business has been done. So the only fight we've got is between Osasuna, Rayo Vallecano and Celta Vigo for that 7th and 8th place. Celta Vigo, Rayo, Osasuna, Rayo, Celta Vigo, Osasuna. So immediately, those 3, there's motivating factors. At the bottom, is it business concluded? I don't think so. Let's have a look at the points. Points mean prizes. It's between Leganes, Espanyol, 37, 38, 39, 40. They can't get any higher than Espanyol. So this is between Espanyol and Leganes. Leganes have a win coming into this. Leganes win. Espanyol could only do with a draw because they've got a positive negative goal difference. So Espanyol and Leganes, bang. So pretty much all bar one match is important. This is Real Madrid at home, last day of the season. Could put in a performance against home support. La Liga today, Albacete, Racing Club, Ferrol. Look at motivating factors as ever. Albacete, where are you? I can't see the mid-table mediocrity. Not troubling the judge at all. Just save your work. Make sure you don't focus on dead rubbers. Oster, test them out again today. They did score 2 goals plus in the opening 2 matches of the season, but then failed to score in 6 consecutive matches. The last 2 matches they've scored first in, and you could have done an insurance trade on Oster in the last 2 matches. One of them would have been profitable. The second one would have been break even. If they can continue this single goal scoring habit, then we can farm that insurance play all day long. Gaias and Sirius, well, you've got to be serious leaving that one alone, I think. Not my cup of tea this early in the season. 2 dodge pots. Don't know much about. That's about it at the moment. Turkish Super League should be coming to an end soon. Galatasaray odds on the way. Ayopspor, Turkish Yorkshireman, managed by Alan Titchmarsh and Nora Batty, doing a great job. Coming straight up from the Turkish One League, and they're there or thereabouts, top 5 or thereabouts. So superb stuff. French Open begins on Monday, and I'm hoping to do some coverage of it, all being well. I love Grand Slam tennis. I really do. 100% of the players are going to be giving 100% of the time. You're not going to get any slouches in Grand Slam tennis. You're going to be guaranteed 100% performance, which is great because if your underdog is 2 sets down in the men's game, if your favourite's 2 sets down in the men's game, they've still got some fight back. So that's going to be very interesting. Live stream today. Well, there's no German Bundesliga. So when do I start a live stream? If I do a live stream. See, Spain, it's muddled. There's normally it's the same time, isn't it? But 3:15, because it's dead rubber for Real Madrid, I suppose. You can see that the ones with need, Rayo, Celta, and Osasuna, are all at 8 o'clock. That's not a coincidence. So all of these earlier matches you can pretty much avoid. Well, you've got the 5:30s of importance, but it's the 8 o'clocks which are of greater importance, trying to get the viewer figures up in that battle for Europe. So I'm not sure about a live stream today. As you can see, there's no uniform time start, is there? It's all a little bitty. So I'll have to decide a little bit later on when I'm going to do a live stream. The ideal would have been to do something like 3 o'clock and fit in a number of other kickoffs, but you can just see that the kickoff times are spread throughout the day, which doesn't make my life easier. And I don't want to give you a false sense of security by trading the Oberliga. It's not the greatest league on the planet. So I'm going to have to come back to you about any live stream. Certainly tomorrow we might change over, do a live stream there with the Italian Serie A ending. Have a great day. I hope to see you a bit later. Do keep tabs for any live stream. I will report it to you on Telegram if we do have a live stream. Probably not. You can see there's certainly a lack of matches on at a specific time. So let's have a look at the match start time, and you'll see as the day progresses. So we've got the 2 o'clocks. Denmark, Allsvenskan. See, it's very bitty, isn't it? Normally we'll have the Italian Serie A, Spanish La Liga, we'll have the Bundesliga as well, Bundesliga 2, Italian Serie B, etc. Then we move on to 3 o'clock. We've only really got 3 Czech leagues. So it looks as if there isn't going to be a live stream today. Just not enough football to warrant one, which is a pity. But I'll be on hand for you for Telegram to see if we get another play like the Elversberg play the other day. Have a great day. Hopefully see you later on if there is going to be a live stream. If not, I'll be on Telegram for members of Football Trading Profits throughout the day. Have a great weekend. Look forward to the tennis on Monday.